Howdy folks, how's it going? It is me, Lasty here. Happy Friday, welcome to a brand new episode of the FC26 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Episode number 64 today. Wow, 64 episodes in. I hope you're all doing well. Today I've got lots of fun stuff going on because we're going to complete the season today, or the season pass or whatever. So like I like that time when you sort of come towards the end of the season, you reap the rewards of all of that stuff. So we'll get into that in due course, but you can see what my current squad is looking like. And I did mention to you yesterday that I was kind of not absolutely loving it, feeling a little bit sort of like, ugh, this is a bit of a chore to play with. So we'll definitely change it up today, and we'll sort of put those Ipswich Town Evos on the back burner, and then obviously with a new promo starting tonight, I'm hoping for bigger and better things with Evos. Maybe we'll be able to upgrade my town players even more. So we can get on to the 15 points Division 5 Rivals for Awards. I know. That's exactly why you've clicked on the video. You just wanted to see elite level rewards like that, right? None of this 30 wins elite division nonsense, because it's not attainable. What I've got here is something that even you, the everyday man, can achieve. Yeah, no. I mean, you're going to see in today's episode that I'm going to play some rivals in this new week's worth of rivals. I'm not going to leave it until like next Wednesday. I'm going to get at least half my points in today's episode, or roughly half my points in today's episode, which should spur me on to go and get the whole 30 points next time. Was it worth playing the couple of hours it took to get those 15 points yesterday? By the looks of the rewards, no. But am I going to complain? Absolutely not. Pull your finger out next time and get the whole thing done if you want slightly better rewards, Tom. All right, cool. Cracking on with the rest of it then. I didn't have to go and play any career mode or anything in order to unlock XP this time, but I did build a new squad. And I said I was going to do this. Try to feature a few players that either I haven't used for a while or that I really wanted to use that I've somehow accrued over the last few weeks. So with that, Koundé comes in, Saliba comes back in, Cucurella comes in, Pogba and Caicedo, as well as Eberechi Eze, and a completely new strike force of Henrik Larsson and the new Griezmann that we got. So yeah, a very, very different squad in a new formation, which used to be my bread and butter, the 4-2-2. Let's see if we can enjoy the game like this. All right, and some of the players that I'm more used to and more probably a little bit more meta are chilling on the bench should I be like super struggling or close to winning but struggling. We'll see. But yeah, I was just gonna use this squad today in a few rivals matches to see how we get on. Now I did go 1-0 down. My opponent was doing the Evo for Openda. Probably one of the most common players that we come up against now. It seems to be less Claudia Pina and then more Openda, I think, with the blue one with the finesse shot and stuff, because he's got so much pace that you can see why. If I had one in the club at the time, I might not have done the Evo chain for George Hurst. I might have gone down the route of getting that Openda because it looks so good. But as you can see, we're actually absolutely, it didn't matter that we went 1-0 down. We're absolutely smashing this one. 4-1 up at half-time, and I tell you what, my opponent decided not to play the second half. But he'd scored a goal with his active Evo player, so he didn't want to quit. So he just sort of rubber banded it. And once we got to 6-1, I also just rubber banded it and just chilled for the rest of the game because it was a win for me. And yeah, maybe he got a little bit done on his Evo as well. No problems with that. And I'll take the win. We then come up against a squad with, well, it was just a weird one really. It wasn't. I don't know what was going on with this team, I'll be honest, but it was different, so fair play to my opponent. Some really nice passing play, ends up getting the ball into Griezmann in the box. And what you're going to figure out today, what you're going to learn today, if you didn't already know, is that this Griezmann card is a baller. I really, really like him, so that's great news. Also, loving Eze's cards. I was pretty happy when we packed it because it was like 150k, but he moves so well. He's like, he doesn't have the finesse shot plus, or he doesn't have like 95 pace or anything like that. He's silky though. He's got really good dribbling, and the card design, or the card type, the promo that he was from, obviously gives him that reloaded stats. You know, the ratings reload. So yeah, was been pleasantly surprised with Eze. It's been enjoyable to use him. Griezmann though, his finesse shot is something different. I've not managed to hit the finesses that this guy does with my George Hurst card, so I don't know what it is, but Griezmann's finesses, man, you're seeing it in this particular game right here. I came up against a 4-5-1 with Claudio Pina up top, expecting the worst, but was just absolutely smacking him with Antoine Griezmann. Aitana Bonmati ends up getting the goal there, and after hitting me with 3 pauses for the full 30 seconds, I must have rattled this guy. GG's nonetheless. I got the quit at half-time. So yeah, moving on. Next game, 4-4-1-1, solid squad. I'm loving that Kane up top, by the way. Nearly 300 goals. Just want to give my opponent a little clap for using someone that isn't the most meta, and you know, probably a decent fun player to use, if not a little bit slow and clunky, but he's definitely going to know where the back of the net is, isn't he? So I'm 1-0 up. Make that 2 because, you know, I hit the R1 and shoot button with Antoine Griezmann, and it just flies in. Rooney then gets through, little Trivela outside of the boot shot there, makes it 3-0. And I brought Fabinho on for a little bit. I thought I'd test his World Tour card out. Greasy scores again, that's 4-0. Let's make it 5, shall we? Aitana, knock it through to Antoine. Oh, we didn't even need to hit the finesse that time. We just banged it in the back of the net on the half volley. Yeah, liking the players that I've got here. Actually quite liking the 4-2-2 as well. But why have I not? Why have I've pretty much always kind of gone down the route this FC to kind of follow, like, what is the meta? I tried the 4-5-1. I was rubbish with it, and like, why did I not just go for a 4-2-2? I think it was because we packed Doué really early, we packed Nico Williams really early, and those 2 players, they can't play. I got a lot of wingers, and they can't play in the cam spot or striker. So that's why we've never gone with the two attacking mids and 2 striker option. Maybe that was a mistake all along. But we are going to get a cheeky walkout from one of our season pass packs. I think I was earning XP from the Hugo Lloris objective that I didn't really know I was doing it whilst I was playing those rivals games, but it was good that I was, and then I realized I was halfway through the objective and could do the other stuff off camera and get it completed. So we're going to do that. That's actually going to be the final piece of the puzzle in terms of getting the SP that we need to hit level 40. This 84x2 thing came out again. I like this SBC. I like the cost of it. I like the sort of players that you put in. You don't have to have high rated stuff. You just need some non-rares and some rares, and you get 3 packs for submitting all of that. It's just a good SBC, and it got me a walkout. Who are we getting this time then? CDM. Normally it's like Rodri or Çalhanoğlu, but today it's a German CDM from Bayern. It's going to be that man, Josh Kimmich. First time packing this guy on FC26. It has taken me 64 episodes to get an 89 rated Kimmich. Yeah, good fodder. Great fodder. Impressive fodder, you might say. So big smile on Lasty's face when that came around. And just the other 2 packs, they're like tradable cards, so, you know, that SBC is completely and utterly worth it. Now I was 2 Sudamericana or Libertadores players once again off completing the entire Premium Mixed League SBC, so I went out and bought those for 1,400 coins each, and then we had every other squad completed, so we can go ahead and open up our rewards from that and just see what we get. You know, I like to show you what I get from a league SBC, because I don't want to just show you when we get those random lucky double walkouts. I want you to see it every time I complete it, so you know, oh, you know, it does get the rubbish packs as well, because I think this is a batch which is not quite as good as we'd hoped. I definitely don't think we see the walkout The thing, the last couple of times that I've opened this, the thing that has saved me has been getting a couple informs. Even if they're untradeable, it's super worthwhile. And yeah, this time around, we don't really get anything. I think the best thing I get there is a couple 83s. But no big deal. We'll just do it again when we next get fodder, and hopefully we'll get something from it next time. But I did complete the Hugo Lloris objective. It not only gets me that 85 rated flashback card, which is nice, we get the France kits and badge as well as the Flying Postman, I think that was called, which is an Evo for your goalkeeper. And then because of the XP that you get along with that, it was like 2,000 available from that. I ended up completing the season, and I choose these one by one rather than claiming all of them because I know that there's a choice to be made right on level 40, and I didn't know if it would automatically choose something for me. So I just chose these individually, and you can see everything that we're getting. Just a couple packs, card design, a player pick, and then a choice between Lozano or a 3x85. It was a difficult choice. I nearly went with the pack, because that would be quite fun to open. However, I've got a feeling at some point that Lozano is just going to be meta or fun to use in some sort of gauntlet or something. So I chose the player, and then we're definitely taking Rodrigo. I've been looking forward to this card throughout the entire season pass. Like, as soon as we saw it day one, I really, really wanted to get it. So very happy to unlock the Brazilian from Real Madrid, and he's going to come into the starting 11. Of course, it's gonna force somebody out, but I'll show you in a minute what we end up getting up to, by the way. My 1 of 4 84 plus rare gold players happen to have 4 84 rated rare gold players in it. So, yeah, they could have got rid of the plus on my player pick there because it just didn't include anyone above that. But you win some, you lose some. We've got another Cornerstones card design if we want to add league chemistry to somebody. Probably be quite useful on a couple of players in my club. And then 3 little packs to open to see roughly what we can get from the end of the season. But mainly, unlocking that Rodrigo was the thing I really wanted to do. And, you know, if I go into my Evo section now, I've probably got 4 or 5 card designs that I can apply to my players for free that'll just make them look better. Sometimes they'll give extra chemistry and stuff, which makes me smile, makes me happy. I like that we've got that there. You know, I've got another purple card design. I think I've got another World Tour, got Cornerstones, and I think for 200 FC points there is the FOF captains and all. You know, it's good. We do get ourselves a walkout in the final pack. It's going to be a riot. I can keep this one. It's untradeable, and I can use it. You know, I use Saliba sometimes. Currently, using Saliba in my current squad, but we're going to change the squad for a couple of particular reasons. The first being we unlock Rodrigo, and the next reason being, Rodrigo doesn't really get the chem if you take Rooney out and just plonk him straight in. So a couple changes were going to be made. And I actually ended up picking up a Valverde. I bought a player. What? 150,000 coins. There wasn't any under 157,000. So when I bought this, it was just, I was looking for something slightly cheaper than 158, I think it was. And this one popped up. So I bought it. There's no doubt I'm going to lose 75k on that card. We've got Black Friday next week. You know what that's going to do to the market. If I've still got this card in a few days, I'm probably going to lose at least half its value. Do I really care? Not particularly. If he's really good, then I'm happy to use him in the team. And I built this right here. It's in a 4-2-1-3, which I think is a bit of a sweaty meta formation. It can play in the 4-2-2, so maybe this is what we go with. And I also built it in the 4-2-3-1 narrow, and I can also build it in the 4-2-3-1 wide. It just gives different players different pluses and pluses, and gives me obviously different shapes to play with in the squad. So yeah, I mean, that brings us actually to the end of the episode. So we've taken out a couple players to put a couple players in. We still have Aitana Bonmati, Eberiche Eze, Griezmann, and Rodrigo as like the front 4 now, and we've brought in this pretty cool card in Valverde. I hope I like him, because he is a lot of coins, but I think I'm gonna. We've still got Koundé at centre-back, brought in Ledley King, got Cucurella at left-back still, because I was actually quite enjoying him. But yeah, let me know what you think of the team. Let me know how your squad's going. Have you finished the season? Are you going to complete the season? Have you got any hope in completing the season? Some of you will have already done it a week ago, right? But yeah, I finally caught up with you lot. So if you've enjoyed, hit me with a thumbs up. Subscribe as well if you're new. And don't forget, all my social links are down below. Have a lovely day. Take it easy. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.